Whether it's people, cargo, or just the need to travel, the automobile is how the majority of people move in this world, some faster than others. If you feel the need for speed, stay tuned because today we're going to take a look at one of the first automobile manufacturers in the USA on today's 5 Weird Things. Welcome to the channel, where I look into the weirdest facts I can find out about any subject I can think of. Now, before we get started, please like and subscribe to be notified when new videos drop. All right, let's get into it. First, the stuff everybody knows. Henry Ford founded Ford Motors in 1903 and rolled out the first mass-produced car, the Ford Model A. 5 years later, Ford introduced the Model T, which would become one of the most iconic cars in automotive history. The Model T was known for its affordability and its durability. Ford Motor Company has played a pivotal role in the development of the automotive industry, including mass production techniques that transformed the way cars were manufactured and making automobiles more accessible to the general public. Now that that's out of the way, weird thing number 5, the Ford Nucleon. The Ford Nucleon was Ford's concept car about a car that ran on radioactive power. The most distinctive feature of the Ford Nucleon was its proposed power source located in the trunk. Thought of as a modular design, the Nucleon had a design for its power unit that was completely modular. The concept was that the nuclear reactor and its shielding would be a removable unit, and when it needed replacement or refueling, the entire unit could be taken out and exchanged. Now, the public reception, the Ford Nucleon generated a lot of interest and attention as a concept car, but it was clear that the practical challenges associated with nuclear power in a consumer vehicle were considerable. As a result, the Nucleon remained a concept car and was never developed into a production model. But the concept of the Ford Nucleon remains a curious and iconic example of the visionary thinking that characterized the automotive industry during a period of rapid technological advancement and fascination with atomic energy. And while the Nucleon itself was never realized, it contributed to the broader narrative of futuristic design and innovation in the mid-20th century. Weird thing number 4, Ford invents the assembly line. In 1913, Ford revolutionized the manufacturing process by introducing the moving assembly line. This innovation significantly increased production efficiency, reducing the time it took to build a car from more than 12 hours to around 90 minutes. This affected not only the production and manufacturing capabilities of Ford Motors, but also the affordability of the cars. It brought the prices down. Now, Ford's implementation of mass production techniques, including the assembly line, it set new standards for efficiency in manufacturing. Not only applied to cars, but also influenced many other industries. Weird thing number 3, the $5 workday. In 1914, Henry Ford implemented the $5 workday, doubling the prevailing wage for assembly line workers. This move not only improved the lives of Ford employees, but also had a significant impact on the American middle class. This made the Model T a car that people could afford to buy the product that they themselves manufactured. It also made the idea of automobiles being only a possession of the rich to being a thing of the past, an affordable item for the middle class. Now, Ford had issues with the unions and fairness to worker groups in later years, but this shift in a wage paradigm echoed in many other industries, not just automobile manufacturing. Weird things number 2, the Ford Mustang. The Ford Mustang is one of the most iconic American muscle cars with an incredible rich history. The Ford Mustang was officially introduced April 17, 1964, 2 years before I was born, at the New York World's Fair. It created a sensation and is often referred to as the 1964 and a half model. Now, if you say that around serious car guys, they'll chuckle. I'm still not sure why. The Mustang is often credited with popularizing the pony car class, a compact, stylish, and affordable sports car with a long hood and a short deck. Carroll Shelby, a legendary figure in automotive history, collaborated with Ford to create high-end performance versions of the Mustang, including the Shelby GT350 and GT500. After going through several generations and body changes, in 2005, Ford introduced a completely redesigned Mustang, harkening back to the classic styling cues which incorporated modern technology and performance. The Mustang has become a global icon and is one of the most recognized and cherished cars worldwide. Ford has sold the Mustang in numerous countries, including countries where American cars were not traditionally popular. Now, before we get to number 1, take a moment, if you haven't, and like and subscribe to the channel. Also ring that bell to be notified when new videos drop, which is pretty often. And now, let's get to it. Weird thing number 1. Ford Motors in World War II. Like most other major manufacturers, Ford Motors contributed to the war effort, but Ford threw itself into war production in a way that was awe-inspiring examples of patriotism. Ford was a major contributor to the production of military vehicles and equipment during the war. The company manufactured a variety of military vehicles, including jeeps, trucks, amphibious vehicles. The Ford GPA, a version of the amphibious Jeep, was produced for the U.S. military. The B-24 Liberator bomber was made at the Ford Willow Run plant in Michigan, and the plant originally designed for automobile production was converted to mass production of bombers during the war. The B-24 was one of the most produced bombers in U.S. history, and Ford's contribution to its production was vital for the war effort. Ford, like other industrial giants, played a role in sustaining the wartime economy, providing employment for a number of workers. The war effort stimulated industrial production and helped lift the United States out of the lingering economic challenges of the Great Depression just the decade before. Thanks for listening. Now, if I missed anything or you have a suggestion for another video, make sure to comment below. Again, like and subscribe. Take care and have a great night.